This is a large that we use in length hair. We also have a small and a medium. This is a 10-inch, we have a 6-inch, and a 3-inch. And based on the length of the hair is what size you will use. One of the unique things about Wrap-A-Loc is that it wraps double the hair length. So for example, this 10-inch tool will wrap up to 20 inches or 22 inches of hair. And as the 6-inch will wrap 12 to 15 inches depending on the density of the hair. And particularly if your hair is not locked, it tends to wrap a little bit more. As opposed to when your hair is locked because it's a thicker density. You can wrap 3 to 4 locks. You can do 1 lock at a time depending on what kind of look you're trying to achieve. With her, I think she's been wrapping 2 locks at a time on Elaine, and some of them, 3 depending on how, how some of them are short since she's doing an updo and a mohawk. But what you do is you place the tool, the hair on top of the tool, leaving about 1 inch of the hair available to wrap and probably about 1 inch from the end of the hair. So you wrap it around 1 or 2 times like this. And I always encourage you to wrap inside. When I say inside, wrapping this way as opposed to wrapping on the outside. So if you've missed a piece of the hair, you can still get it as you're rolling the hair in. And one of the most important things about doing a set is the beginning. So if that end is wrapped, then the curl is going to be curled to the end. Otherwise, when it falls, that end is going to be the first part. It's going to be straight and it won't be curled. So it's very important that you get the beginning of that locked in there. So what we do is we wrap it around 1 or 2 times, again, to the inside. Bend this part over, because that's what creates the lock, in case you want to wear it in your hair that it can stay in. You're going to wrap the hair back over on top of it. Again, a nice tight wrap, not overlapping. And I always tell people, if you have the long end facing to the left, that way you can always see how much tool you have and how much hair you have. So you know where your wrapping pattern is going to be and how much more you're going to be able to cover on that tool. So if you got it to the left, if your hand's under here, some people tend to do it like this. But I always have it like this so that I can always see what I'm working with and how much I got left. So you're laying the hair on there, and we're going to add this piece right here into it and just wrap over it. Again, keeping my thumbs and my index finger is what I'm working with to lay that hair down, because not only are you wrapping it, but you're also creating a nice smooth look onto the locks. That's why the locks look nice and smooth when you get them in. It lays the frizz down. So you're doing 2 styles at once actually. You're laying the smoothness of the hair down and you're wrapping it. Again, not overlapping, and sometimes when it gets uneven, you can just bend it in there like that and get it back even, so that way you keep it nice and smooth. And when you get to the top, you want to just wrap it round to the base and just squeeze it on there onto the hair.